Hi, in today's lesson, we'll be learning how to draft a child sleeve sloper. Well, materials we'll be needing for this lesson include the unlined pattern paper measuring about 19 inch by 12 inches. We'll also be needing the measurements. Okay, in this case is for age 5, and we have the bicep, cap height, underarm length, and wrist circumference. Now, other materials include a ruler, a pencil, pen, red pencil, a tracing wheel, scissors, and a French curve, as well as an eraser. Now, let's start by drafting the sleeve. Start by folding the paper in half with the fold facing you. Press down and ensure the paper is properly laid flat on the table. Now, square a line 2 inches down from the top of the paper as shown. Be sure to hold your ruler firmly to avoid it moving while you're squaring off the line. Now, come down by the measurement of the cap height. In this case, ours is 3.5 inches. Make a mark and then square off a line. Next, you check the underarm length and then take the measurement from the previous line. In this case, ours is 9.5. Make a mark and square off a line as well. Now, label the various lines as cap line, bicep line, and wrist line. Now refer to the chart again for your bicep measurement, but this time around note that we'll be dividing this measurement by 2. Then place a cross mark where you have the value of this resulting measurement. And then do the same for the wrist circumference as well. Now we're going to use the straight ruler to connect both cross marks on these lines and extend it to the very top of the paper as shown. Use your tracing wheel to transfer this line to the other side of the paper. Then cut it out. Cut out the block using your scissors, starting from the cap down to the wrist. Next, we'll be shaping the sleeve cap. Start by taking the top of the sleeve and matching it to the bicep line and form a crease. Open it up, then take the sleeve fold in half and match it to the side and crease as shown. Make sure the crease is one that will appear when you open up. Now open up the paper. Rule a line on the crease to ensure that you see it properly. Let the line be faint. Now using your ruler, from the folded section of the cap, measure in about 1/2 inch and make a cross mark. Now from the intersection of the crease, also measure 1/2 inch and make a cross mark. Then on the bicep line, we're going to come in by 1 inch, come in by 1 inch and make a cross mark. Now connect the various cross marks using straight lines, starting with the cap and the intersection, and then that of the bicep line. Now using your French curve, give it a nice shape and make sure the French curve touches all 3 points. Flip the French curve over to the opposite direction and connect it to the end of the bicep line. Now using the French curve and your tracing wheel, transfer this line to the other side of the paper as shown. Make sure the placement of the French curve is as same as when you were drawing it. Now open up the paper and then extend or trace out the various lines that have been made using the tracing wheel, starting with the bicep line. Extend it to the other side of the paper as shown. Now using your French curve to guide you, trace out the cap sleeve as shown. Flip over and still connect. Now I want you to remember that the front of the sleeve needs more shape. So we're going to be going in by approximately 1/8 of an inch on the front side of the sleeve and reshape the sleeve as shown. Go in by 1/8 and then use your French curve to reshape the front of the sleeve. Now this is meant to be done using a red pencil to show the difference. So we're going to be taking our red pencil and reshape it as shown. Also show your green line and label it. Now remember to add notches to the sleeve caps, starting with the front and then the back. And usually your sleeve notches should be about 1/3 of the height of the bicep. And the difference would be the front having a single notch while the back will have a double notch as shown. Difference between the notches should be about 1/4 of an inch. Label your sleeve appropriately and then annotate the sleeve as well. Having done this, we're going to cut out the excess paper around the sleeve cap. And that brings us to the end of this lesson, drafting the child's sleeve sloper. If you enjoyed this lesson, do well to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on our next lesson. Thank you.